Hi everyone, my name is Olayinka Yeni from Beggar Consult. So today I want to show you how to set up your first EC2 server, okay? And I'm very sure you guys are already on the AWS Management Console. If you're not, you need to sign in with either your root account or your IAM account. We will touch that on how to, later on. So under AWS services, you're going to see find services, and I want you to type what is called EC2. You need to type it out so that it can give you the type of services you want. So here we are. This is EC2. I'm going to click on it. It will take you to the whole section of elastic computing. There's so many sections under this. So I wanted to click on right now under the running instance we have 0 because we don't have any server yet. So under that, you're going to click on the instances, which is under the instance tab. And we are going to set up our very first Elastic Computing Server. So click on Launch Instance. And right here, they said choose an Amazon machine image. There are so many types and different types of AWS servers that we can choose from. We have Amazon Linux 2 AMI, we have Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8, that is well 8. We have SUSE Linux, we have Ubuntu Server, we have Microsoft Windows Server 2019 base. And if there's any type of server that you're looking for, let's say I'm looking for a Windows Server 2012, you can type it on the search bar. Windows Server 2012. Let's see. So once you search here, it's gonna give you different types of servers that you want. So, but today we are going to spin up Amazon Linux 2 AMI. So the very first one, this is Linux 2 AMI powered by Amazon. So let's click on select. You click on select, it gives you to choose the type of choose an instance type. That is the types of your configuration, your system configuration that you are looking for. So for now, the only free tier eligible because I'm still running the free tier, which is for 1 year. So I'm going to choose a general purpose, a T2 micro, which is free. The instance storage is EBS. The virtual CPU is 1, and the memory is just 1 gig. So you can automatically go to review and launch, but for today we're going to check additional configuration so that we can have a little bit control of the type of instance that we are trying to deploy. So after selecting the general purpose T2 micro, I'm going to click on next is to configure instance detail. In this section, we can configure the number of instances, the type of network we want to attach our instance to, the subnet, if we want our instance to have an automatic IP address, or we have a special IP we want to give. We have placement group, we have capacity reservation, we have IAM role, that is if you want to attach a specific role to this instance, and another set, and also the shutdown behavior. What do you want the system to do when you click on shutdown? We also have hibernate behavior and all that. And right here, you can choose different types of options that you want. But for this, I would just leave it as the default option. But if you go down here, there's something that is called a user data. If you want some some configuration to be to be done after your EC2 instance, boot up, then you can put whatever code or language you want here, but we won't get to that today. So next is to click on add storage. The default storage for this it's 8 gig. So just leave it like that. If you want your storage, your EBS volume to be encrypted, you can click on encryption, but I wouldn't advise you to do that because we're still going in depth of the class. So next is to add tags. You might want to identify this instance with a name or any other name value. This is where you add tags. And the next section is to click on configure security group. What security group do I want to attach to my EC2 instance? How do I want connection to come into this EC2 instance? So at first, because it is your first EC2 instance and it is a Linux machine, you want to be able to SSH into this instance. That is why the default comes with SSH port range 22 and the source is from any network, which is 0.0.0.0. For now, I'm going to give my security group First EC2 demo. Okay, First EC2 demo. Okay, First EC2 demo. You can use this name configuration and you can add description to your security group. There's another section on security group. Okay, so description First EC2 demo security group. So this is to allow SSH on port 22 in order to connect to this EC2 instance. Next, you click on review and launch. It tells us that improve your instance security. Your security group is open to the world. We want it to be open so that we can access this EC2 instance through SSH from any computer once we have the credentials. So you click on launch. It's going to ask you, do you want to choose a key pair? This key pair, it is the key that you use to log in into your EC2 instance. For now, you're going to create a new key pair named First EC2 demo. Okay. Then you should download this key pair because we're going to need it later on in this class using PuTTY to SSH into our Linux AMI EC2 instance. So I'm downloading this key pair. Okay, you need to save. Automatically it's going to save under your download folder. So you can click on launch EC2 instance. So you scroll down your page and you view your instance. Okay, this is how to launch your first AWS Linux AMI, Amazon Linux 2 AMI instance. Your server is booting up and is still in a pending state, and the status check is still initializing. So I'm going to wait until we have our server and let's see if we can connect into our server. So my instance state is running right now, but the status check is still initializing, which means it's running, but there are still some additional services that is still trying to, run maybe all those basic Linux 2 configuration. There are different ways of connecting into your EC2 instance. I can select this instance and click on connect. Okay. You have different types of connection, a standalone SSH, session manager, but for this class, we're going to use the EC2 Instance Connect. Okay, I'm going to click on the EC2 Instance Connect. The username is default EC2-user, then I can connect to my EC2 instance. This is, this console is powered by Amazon, but in the next class, we're going to talk about how to SSH into our EC2 instance using PuTTY. So, this is your Linux 2 AMI. Thank you and see you again from in another lecture.